do feel at home once again, and it's because of the warmth and the kindness and the love that all of you have shown me from the very beginning. Back when I was just running for Lieutenant Governor, 2014, I was embraced wholeheartedly by people like Grace, who we went to the library. We had a chance to meet leaders like Peter and so many others who are gathered here today, George. And I got a chance to know the elected officials. We marched in parades, whether they are warm days or those blizzardy days, the Lunar New Year parades, and even in some of the darkest times. Right before the pandemic, in February of 2020, when people were afraid to go into Asian businesses because of what had happened across the world before it even hit the communities of New York, we went to the New World Mall and we sat with it. And it was tragic to see how empty it was, even at that time. So I wanted to make sure that we showed people we had support for these local businesses. And then, as you mentioned, the rise in anti-hate crime, particularly against the AAPI community. That is so heartbreaking to me on so many levels. And that is why we're going to continue to stand together, as we just did a couple days ago with Grace Meng and others, to call out the crimes, but not just to call them out, but to put money behind resources to communities to protect themselves, and to make sure that our laws were changed with the help of Senator Toby Stavisky in Albany, to make sure that hate crime is actually covered under our laws in a way it had not been since the reforms of a couple years ago. So we can talk about protecting communities, but it's all about what you do, how you put action behind the words. And I've come to rely on this community. Michelle, thank you for being an ambassador for me for many, many years, to make sure we are where we need to be, meeting people, letting them know that we do care at the deepest levels. So thank you, Michelle, for your extraordinary leadership. I also want to thank our council member, Sandra Ung, for standing up at our convention, showing your support for me. It meant the world to me. And I love the fact that Queens and Flushing, you have so many great firsts, and a lot of them have to do with the women you elect. You seem to like electing women here in Flushing and in Queens, so I commend you for electing all these incredible women leaders, and I hope to continue not just opening doors for other women, but opening doors for all women, and making sure that they know that there are no barriers. We look at young women, girls, and I want them to look at the faces here and say, this is the face of leadership. This is what compassionate leadership looks like. We're as tough as we need to be. Don't get in our way, right? We will win every battle because we're hardwired to do that. We fight. But at the end of the day, it's about reaching out hands in friendship and building bridges to other people in local government and community leaders and the activists and all of you who are here today. So we're going to continue fighting for you, fighting against Asian hate crime, fighting against crime in our subways, making sure that our small businesses recover. I was just at a restaurant on Roosevelt Avenue. It was packed. I love to see it. I think I had a picture taken with 400 people. That's okay. I wanted to let them know that we're back. And we went through so much together, but now we have money from our budget for education and health care and child care and rebuilding our roads and making them more resilient. So if there ever is a hurricane that dare come to the shores of New York, we're ready this time. And we will fight back and stand up for our communities because that's what we do best. So your support here today, it lifts my spirit. I thank you for this, and I will not let you down. I'm going to make you proud. I'm going to fight and fight and fight every single day, not against people, but with people, to make sure that all New Yorkers, but starting right here in Flushing, in Queens, know that we were out there for them. We'll never turn our backs on them, and you'll never, ever be forgotten by my administration. So thank you, everyone. Thank you very much for your support here today.
Thank you. Thank you, Governor. Thank you, Governor. What do I say? Queens for Cassie! Queens for Cassie! Queens for Cassie! Queens for Cassie! For